Ladies and gentlemen, coming this August 2021, we will probably witness the hottest BTO of the year, the Hougang BTO. Why do I assume it is the hottest? Because it has a super prime location that even private property owners are jealous of. And you need to watch this video because I will help you analyze the Hougang BTO so that you don't have to. What's up guys, welcome back to Honey Money SG. My name is Christopher, and in this channel we are all about building financial knowledge, teach money saving hacks, and also help you lead a fulfilling quality of life. So like my previous BTO analysis videos, how am I going to do it is I'll refer to the HDB website and Google Maps. Then I will study the location and review the surrounding amenities and see how it can support the neighborhood. So there will be a stronger focus on data and analytics rather than comparison with other BTO sites, because they may not be apples to apples comparison and you may probably have a preferred site in mind. With that said, let's dive deep into the Hougang BTO 2021 project. Okay, for the Hougang BTO exercise this time, we actually have two projects launched concurrently at the same time. That means we have two separate locations for the Hougang region, and you may actually prefer one over the other. Now Hougang is still considered a non-mature estate as of now, so it's probably more fairly priced compared to Bidadari estate, which is just like 2 MRT stations away, which is why I would say that this project will be the hottest because it is a non-mature estate pricing within a near mature estate location. And let us start with project number 1's exact location, which is somewhere between Hougang Avenue 1 and Hougang Avenue 3, north of the Kim Chuan Depot and south of the Lorong Ah Soo district. Sounds like somewhere you don't know, right? Never mind, later I'll take you through the map. Okay, so you can see on my screen here we have the Hougang 2021 August BTO, and this is project number 1 where we have 740 units ranging from 2-room flexi, 3-room, 4-room and 5-room. Like I said, the exact location is somewhere between Hougang Avenue 1 and Avenue 3, south of Lorong Ah Soo and then north of the Kim Chuan bus depot. You don't really see much amenities here in the HDB map, but we'll take a look at the Google map later. Now one good thing is there is a proposed health and medical care facility just right opposite the road, so it's probably a new healthcare facility. So if you want to have good access to healthcare, I think this will be a good consideration. No application rates data for the past BTO projects in Hougang because they have not released any single project within the 12 months, and we don't have an estimated price or the estimated completion date yet, so all these details will be released upon the official launch in August. Now let's take a look at the Google map for more data on this project. Okay, so the project is somewhere near here. It is bounded by Hougang Avenue 3 Main Road and also Upper Paya Lebar Main Road. And then at the south we have Bartley Road East, which is like a highway that connects you between Braddell to Bedok. Okay, if you look at the satellite image here, you can see this green patch of land. That's where your BTO site will be constructed at. Okay, not much things that we can see here other than we have some private housing towards the west. Okay, and then at the north we have the Lorong Ah Soo HDB district, and then towards the east we have mostly a transportation depot, and towards the south is just some construction site and Bartley Road East. So one thing that you can deduce from this location site is that there won't be any high-rise buildings other than the north region of this estate, so you probably have some kind of unblocked view if you're facing towards the west, the east or the south. So that is some point to consider if you want to have a good view for your BTO. Okay, then let's move on to the transportation data. For driver friends, it is just a short drive up to Bartley Road East that can connect you to major highways such as CTE if you're traveling towards the west, and also PIE if you're traveling towards the southeast. The Bartley Road East can also connect you to Bedok within 10 minutes. So it's actually very convenient for the driver friends. But for people like us who do not have cars, then maybe it is a challenge on the transportation side. Now because there isn't any walking distance MRT within this BTO, you can see that the nearest MRT is Bartley, Kovan and Serangoon. So you probably have to take a short bus ride to these MRT stations if you want to travel by public transport. Another nearest highway is actually KPE, the underground highway that connects you easily to Marina Bay and the Central Business District for my driver friends. Now the nearest major shopping mall is actually at Next, which is the Serangoon MRT, so you'll be about a 7 minutes drive from your place in this BTO. or just a short 15 minutes bus ride to MRT. For primary schools wise, we have the nearest primary school being Paya Lebar Methodist Girls School in Lorong Ah Soo, and also Maris Stella High School Primary near the Bartley MRT. Your nearest two options right now will be the coffee shops near the Lorong Ah Soo neighborhood, so there will be quite a few coffee shops here. And if you want more options, you can travel to Kovan MRT, where you have the Kovan Market and Food Center just right beside the Kovan MRT. For work location wise, it's actually near the Tai Seng Industrial and Commercial District, so that's where a lot of companies have set up their offices at. So if you're working somewhere near here, I think this project will be good for you. Healthcare wise, your nearest hospitals are actually at Sengkang General Hospital and also Tan Tock Seng Hospital, which is at Braddell. And then you have your neighborhood clinics along the Lorong Ah Soo region. Alright, so we have looked at the data. Now let's compare the pros and cons for this project number 1 of the Hougang BTO. So the number 1 pro is it is located right next to the private housing estates, so it's likely to have an unblocked view with the high floors if that is your priority, and it's probably not as expensive as the other Hougang BTO due to its less strategic location. And more importantly, there is 5-room flats available for large space lovers. So if you want to have a 5-room flat within a semi-matured area, I think this one is a good option for you. Now there are definitely a lot of cons for this project. Firstly, it is not walking distance to any shopping malls, MRT stations or business districts. So it will require a short travelling by car or even a short bus ride to your nearest MRT and shopping malls. And another important thing is that it is located near the Paya Lebar airbase, so you will expect quite a bit of air traffic noise until it is relocated in the future. Now let's move on to the project number 2, which is the more popular Kovan Estate BTO. Okay, for this project, I don't have to say much about the location. It's just right smack above the Kovan MRT. We have a total of 580 units ranging from 2-room, 3-room and 4-room. And we have much more amenities here that are not displayed in HDB's map. We will take a look at them in Google Map later. Okay, as usual, we don't have any application rates in the past BTOs within Hougang because there is no release within the past 12 months. Now let's take a look at the Google Maps, right? Our Kovan BTO site would be constructed right here within the junction between Tampines Road and Upper Serangoon Road. So it will be constructed right at this land where it's currently a car park and a commercial area right here. And if you look at the vicinity, you actually have a shopping mall, which is Heartland Mall, very small neighborhood shopping mall. And inside this mall, we have cold storage, which is a supermarket if you want more quality products. And that also means you have your restaurants right here in Heartland Mall. But if you prefer a cheaper fare, there's actually the Kovan Market and Food Center, okay, just beside the Heartland Mall. And over here, we have a row of shop houses within the Kovan neighborhood. So you have your neighborhood stores ranging from bakeries, mobile phone shops, hair salons to do your haircuts. And even here, there is a bus interchange for Kovan. So very good transportation connectivity if you want to connect via bus. Okay, another grocery we have is Fair Price Finest, which is at Hougang Street 21. So you can choose between cold storage and Fair Price Finest depending on what you want to purchase. And if you want wet market groceries, you can always go to the Kovan Market. Nearest MRT, no need to say much, it's just Kovan, 1 minute's walk downstairs at your block. And the nearest major shopping mall is actually at Next, which is Serangoon, so it's just 1 MRT stations away. You don't even have to drive, just go down, take the MRT for 2 minutes and then you'll be there. No need to think about parking and finding lots for your car park and then forgetting where your car is parked at, because Next shopping mall parking can be really horrible. Okay, nearest primary school, we have Xinghua Primary School, which is just in the eastern region of this Hougang estate, so it will be just a short 10 minutes walk away. So for food options, right, if you don't prefer the hawker food, there are actually a lot of coffee shops within the Kovan estate. I remember I used to go to this bowling place at Kovan here, and then there is a coffee shop here selling 3 crabs for $20 back in the days. There's Nakhon Kitchen if you prefer, a popular Thai restaurant. Okay, we have McDonald's, so a lot of things to eat from. For workplace wise, it is also considered near to the Tai Seng district like the previous project, so it will be just a short MRT or bus ride. For healthcare, as usual, there are many neighborhood clinics within the Kovan MRT region. And if you want to go to the public hospital, it will actually be nearer to the Sengkang General Hospital at Sengkang. Okay, so that's about it on the data of this Kovan BTO. And let's compare the pros and cons right now. I would say the strongest pro is actually the convenient location just right beside the MRT. This is as close as you can get for the HDB BTO to be that close to an MRT, just right beside only. And there's even a neighborhood shopping mall, a hawker center, supermarket and wet market all right within walking distance. So you have almost almost everything just around your doorstep. And how convenient is that? Now the most obvious con is definitely there are no 5-room flats available, so if you are one who prefer large spaces, you may actually prefer the previous Hougang BTO project number 1. And also there's definitely a very strong competition expected for this project, so if you got a queue number which is more behind, then don't set your expectations too high on getting this unit. Okay, then here's my verdict for the 2 Hougang BTO projects. For homeowners who may prefer to stay in the northeastern area but do not want a far-flung area like Punggol and Sengkang at the extreme end, or you prefer not to live in the expensive estates such as Bidadari, which is a city fringe, then I would say this Hougang BTO is a great balance of the two. You don't miss out too much on the convenient location, and yet the price is not that expensive. So even if you miss your chance at getting the Kovan MRT BTO project, I would say the Lorong Ah Soo BTO project is also a good option if you are a driver. And even if you are not, there are strong transportation connectivity towards the nearby MRT stations, so you won't lose out too much in terms of that location convenience. With that said, I wish all you potential homeowners good luck in the upcoming BTO exercise. Do like and share this video to your friends and family so that they can reach out for more information. Check out my other videos here for BTO analysis and money saving hacks, and don't forget to subscribe so that you will not miss out my future videos. My name is Christopher, this is Honey Money SG, steering young adults to financial independence.